All right, we are live, and today we're going to talk about compound interest, but specifically in cryptocurrencies. And we're going to talk about that after the intro.
Hey, yeah, it's all about wealth engineering. Might be something that you're not used to. It's okay, cause I'm here to introduce you to concepts, time to grow and make big moves. All about crypto, come see. Stocks and business, yes indeed. Got the info that you need. Hosted by my homie JC. Hey, yeah, wealth engineering. Stacking and stacking it up. It's time to generate wealth. Till you living like Scrooge McDuck. Hey, wealth engineering. It's time to show you the game. Till you living like Richie Rich. Till you ballin' like Bruce Wayne. Hey, you ain't gotta be an expert, no problem. It don't really matter where you at, just start it. It'll take time, hard work, and
What's up, guys? This is JC, and welcome to the Wealth Engineering Podcast. And guys, I create content to help you and motivate you to make, keep, and multiply money. And how do we do that, guys? We do that by investing in stocks, crypto, real estate, and business. And today, we're going to talk about something that is very important when it comes to investing in general, but specifically in cryptocurrencies. Now, you probably heard this before, compound interest, right? Compound interest is the eight wonders of the world, right? We have this famous quote going on, but how can you use this strategy and also increase your wealth? So I'm going to have actually one of my friends and someone that is also an advanced member in my exclusive Discord group that's going to talk about that today. How can you do compound interest in cryptocurrencies, and talk to you about a specific cryptocurrencies. Now, before we get any further, let me give some salute to the chat. I see you guys very early. Afromex family, thank you for your support and thank you for always coming here. Wally, nice to see you here. Make sure that you put the work out there. We got our first member, someone who joined in the membership for YouTube. Mr. Peter Investor M, thank you for your support. And Andy is here. Andy is here. Let's get into it. Another member of our exclusive group, and he's here to get the knowledge, guys. Now, before I bring my guests to the panel here, I gotta say, guys, I love the whole aspect of compound interest, right? But when it comes to cryptocurrencies, crypto is new. There is a lot of things going on in cryptocurrencies, so you never know. But what I like about my guest out there is he's very curious. He's a risk taker himself, and he was able to find a way, and he was able to get into this cryptocurrencies very early on, and he's doing very well for him. So I'm going to learn from him just to understand how it's that going to apply. If you guys want to learn as well, you're welcome to stay. I may not leave this YouTube link for free. I may have to pull this video after, because this is kind of an exclusive content. We might drop some deep knowledge there, but hey, I'll leave it for at least 24 hours, and then if you are in my YouTube channel, you can see it, and then later the link will be on my Discord. So make sure you subscribe in my Discord. Link will be in the description as well. So with that said, guys, without further ado, let me introduce to you my guest for tonight, Mr. Maki Farm. How are you doing, Maki?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Thanks for having me on your channel. It's really a blessing. Thanks for your time. Really, I love what you're doing. I love your channel, and for real, everybody should be subscribed to your channel, because I think the number of subscribers you have on your channel doesn't reflect the knowledge you share on that channel. For real, I'm grateful to be part of that community you're building. And well, thanks for having me, and then I hope I can share some of my knowledge here with you.
Absolutely. And to be honest with you, before you even get started, it's an honor for me as well, right? Because you started on your, I think, how long ago did you even start in cryptocurrency?
About 10 months.
10 months, exactly. And man, I can tell you this much. In 10 months, the level of knowledge these guys acquired was astonishing. Now he gets to a level that he is teaching me. And honestly, as someone who's an inspiring mentor, this is exactly what I'm striving for. People that I can help introduce, give guidance along the way. They rise to a level and they push their interest in a way that they can teach me now. So I'm actually going to pull my notes here. I have some questions for you because I'm very curious about this project. But I'm
Let's go.
also saying I'm very grateful and honored as well to have you on the panel, and we can learn from you as well.
Thank you. Let's go. So,
No worries. So
should we
before
start by
we get
your?
any further, could you talk a little bit about yourself? What do you
Yeah,
do? And then go from there.
sure. So, what I do for a living, I'm a pharmacist. I have three pharmacy. I own
Wow.
three pharmacy now. One in Magog and well, two in Magog and one in Valcor, which is in Estrie. That's pretty what I'm doing for a living. That's where I pull my income to invest in cryptocurrency. I started 1 year ago approximately to invest in the stock market. So I tried the stock market. The stock market didn't fit for me. Didn't give me enough challenge. Didn't give me enough results
Yeah. It's not.
fast
It's too
enough.
slow for you. It's too
Yeah,
slow, eh?
exactly. I'm not a kind of patient person. So I learned to
Yeah.
be patient in crypto because one of the one of the best thing in crypto to be successful is to learn to be patient enough to get the result. But
Mm.
stock market wasn't for me. So learned in the group what crypto was. I knew absolutely nothing about. I knew absolutely nothing about crypto. I knew Bitcoin. Had some information about Bitcoin. I thought Bitcoin was just something used by
Scammers.
hackers to
Exactly
like
right.
to
Yeah, that's
transfer
basically
money.
how
So
everyone starts. Everyone starts in crypto, and then actually we'll get into that later because
yeah,
you there are some scammers in crypto, right? And we
yeah,
do have some experience.
yeah,
Shout out to
yeah.
Lava Kick holders, Poker Stars,
Oh God,
guys. The reason why I
yo,
lost money in cryptocurrency, guys, there is something called a degenerate in the crypto world, right? It's guys that are
DJ.
super risky like us, and we fit in the degenerate. But actually, I had to slow down, and but this guy just kept going and take as
Yeah,
many risks as possible. But
but
hey, one of these risks actually pay off a lot because that's how you got
mhm,
into this cryptocurrency we're gonna talk about very early on, and now you're at a
mhm,
point where kind of like an advanced level in this cryptocurrency, and you can and let us a lot about it. So let's get into it. Let's get into it as well. But thank you for sharing your knowledge, your experience here.
go.
Before I ask you, I always ask this to all my guests, right? Basically, from your experience so far, what would you say is your biggest lesson?
My biggest lesson.
Whether it's in crypto or whether it's in life in
Ooh.
general, business, investing, what would you say would be your biggest lesson so far that you have learned along the way?
Um, my biggest lesson. That's a hard one because
Yeah.
I learned a lot
Hmm.
on the hard way.
Yeah,
So
I know.
um,
That's why I like to. I really wanted to ask you that question. I know it's a
yeah,
surprise question, but
yeah, I would say my biggest lesson is to learn to take profit. Yeah, it's to learn to take profit when
mm,
you made a certain level of profit, and
hmm,
it's not always. It's very hard to do because sometimes you fall in love with something. You can fall in love
greedy.
with a stock. You can fall in love with a cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Um, I know there's short-term traders, there's
Hmm.
long-term investors, but I think both of them have to know when to take profit, whether if after 1 year, after 2 years, or
Yeah.
after have been investing in something, or for short-term traders can be after a few months if you are swing traders. So that was
Exactly.
one of my biggest mistake is to fall in love with some crypto, um,
Yeah,
thinking the crypto
man.
will
Trust me,
still go to the moon forever.
I know exactly what you mean, man.
Yeah,
Because yeah, I learned that the hard way too. Which is
yeah,
why now I literally have a strategy for it before I even get in. Long term
exactly.
portfolio, short term portfolio. A short term portfolio is there to take profit. My long term is there
Exactly.
to chill. But you
Yep.
you have absolutely right, absolutely right. Thank you for sharing that. Very quickly before we get onto the topics, GBWR question: will the chat be able to ask question via Streamyard? You can actually ask question in the chat. I can pop them up here. That's one of the reason I'm doing it on YouTube, so that you can do it here, Urban Lady. And also, if you guys want, if you don't have a like an account on YouTube, but you can still watch this, I'll be watching chats as well on the Discord. So if you go in a general chat on a Discord, you ask your question, or if you have an account on YouTube and then you can type your question like that, then I'll be able to read that to our guest and then we can learn together. All right. So let's get into it. So, what is compound interest in your, from your perspective, Mr. Mackey Farm?
Yeah, so compound interest is like so you have simple interest at first. Simple interest is like you go in the bank and then you put money in a saving account, and they're telling you they're giving you 1%.
Mhm.
Okay, let's say 2%, and they call it um,
High interest rate,
yeah, they call it
high
high
interest saving
interest rate.
account.
Yeah, exactly. 1%, 2%. So
Yeah,
um,
crazy.
that's for the year. So after, let's say you put $1,000, after 1 year, you could from that $1,000 generate 1%. So you'll have $10.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
really slow.
that's not a lot. Okay,
Nope.
compounding interest. That means you can compound, so you can add up that percentage on top of your initial investment. So after that, let's say, well, I don't know if I can go with daily compound interest right away, but
Yeah, yeah.
let's
Maybe,
say you
maybe
have.
we'll save that later. But if you have anything you want to
Okay,
share, by the way, you can always click the link and share your screen, or I can you can send me a link on the private chat,
all
and
right, that's
I
great.
can
Okay, so
share
I'll
it
do
with
that.
you.
So I'll
So
do that later. So yeah,
mm,
compound interest is where you can when you can take that interest you just made. So let's say the $10 you made from the $1,000 you invest in, and then you can put it back. You can
exactly,
invest it back. So you don't take it as a profit right now. You put it back. So now you have $1,000 plus the $10 you just made. So you have $1,010, and the 1% will be calculated not from $1,000, but from $1,000 and $10. So let's say
exactly.
now from that 1% you get $10.10. Okay,
Mm.
you take that money. Is it $10.10 or
I
eleven
mean,
dollars?
that's pretty close. But
Yeah,
basically, what you're saying is okay. Whenever you whatever percent, let's say we had 1% per day, and we were starting with $1,000.
yeah,
Okay, so $1,000 for day one, you have
you
ten
get ten
dollars
dollars.
as an interest rate.
Yeah,
Then you would day two, you would actually have $1,010. You would make
exactly.
1% of that. Day three,
Yeah,
and so on, right? So
exactly.
actually, for those who may not know, that follows kind of like an exponential growth,
Yeah,
right? And the
yeah,
person, let me show you exactly how um, exponential
yeah.
graph looks
It's like
like.
a logarithmic. You can call it logarithmic graph as well. So it does something like that over time. It's kind of slow at the beginning, but
Exactly.
after a while, you're starting to see, whoa, it's booming,
Yeah.
mind
So
blowing.
maybe I'm mistaken because the logarithmic chart kind of like starts high in the beginning and it starts curving at the top, whereas the exponential, it starts slow in the beginning, and then it's like it actually, yeah, I think I'm yeah. I'll show you. I'll show my screen here. But yeah, that's exactly why. It's guys, it could add up a lot. Let me find a good picture for you guys. But but yeah,
Well,
guys, let
well, I
me
can show you drip picture.
really go ahead and share. You can
Well,
share the screen as well, and I'll
well,
put it up.
it's just lately it has been exponential, but there's better graphic for it. Let me try to find one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll try. Sorry, guys. We did a kind of like a surprise stream for you guys. So we weren't fully prepared, but hey, at least the questions, you guys can ask questions as well. Look at that,
Yeah.
Mister PS saying that ln equal e to the negative one. What's going on here? This guy's going super hectic with their no worries. We're super hectic with the thing. So, but yeah, I'll let me share with you very quickly what I mean. Share my screen with you guys, just so that you can, because it's always good to have a visual, right? So here's I mean, if you go exponential function or exponential graph, it'll show you a bunch of things like that.
Yeah, you were
And then
right for
so
the.
notice how in the beginning that it's super, like it's slow, right? Let me put it here. Like
Yep.
we're watching this green. You see how it's slow? Imagine you had $1,000 here, then you getting $1,010 on day two, then thousand, maybe $11, $1,012, etc. And all of a sudden that 2,000 will become 2,000, and you're getting the compound interest on 2,000, right? And then after it goes 3,000 and 10,000. And when you get to that point here, that's when it takes a whole new level, right? Now, if you're
Mm,
making residual income that way from your business, from your own, like you sometimes YouTube channels, they follow a curve like that. So they could be very interesting, guys, because towards the end of that curve, the growth can be so exponential to a point where you don't even understand how fast these things are growing, right?
yeah.
So for someone who's starting this like 6 months ahead, a full year ahead, towards the end of the year, their income could start looking like this. So that's the theory aspect of it, right? The
Yep.
theory aspect always sounds great, but in practical, Mr. Mackey, and that's where I got concerns about because hey, everyone loves about compound interest. Was it Mr. Albert Einstein who said
Yeah.
the compound interest was the eighth wonder of the world
Wonder of the
because it's
world.
so hard for humans to
That's it.
even conceive how it works, and
Yep.
especially towards the end. But
Yep.
theoretical versus practical, how
Mm.
were you able to make it work for you in a practical sense?
Well, at first, somebody talked to me about Drip Network. Okay. I wasn't aware that the thing existed, and it was at the very beginning. I just invest 1.2K, so $1,200 at that time, and that was 8 months ago. I completely forgot about the project after that. Actually, I thought I was rock pool. Rock pool means I thought like the project was just down, and then
Yeah.
the owner just ran up with my
Ran
money.
away with the money.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
we know
after
some of these,
that,
right?
yeah, unfortunately. But 2 months after, somebody else thought. Uh, uh, um, One of my friend, which is Stanley, came to me and said, "Hey, Mac, you know this project? It's called Drip. It's really wonderful." And I'm like, "Yo, I know Drip. I know something like that. This thing really works." So he showed me how this thing worked, and then I was mind blowing how much money I had accumulated without knowing. And then I started to work it out, so I started to compound. So that money you invest at first, you can compound it. That means you put the 1% daily, the
Back.
back in the deposit. We call it a faucet, and we'll get back to it later. And now that money, just like the example we just made before, you put back, gives you um, more income after, because that 1% becomes bigger the day after. If you
Hmm.
put that money, you can cash in that money, or you can always compound it, keep compounding it. If you cash that money, of course you stay with the same amount every day. But the power of drip, the power of compound interest, is to compound long enough to see big gains after the time. So I invested um, approximately $1,000, but now my deposit, without putting, I didn't put any extra money on top of it. I just compounded for about 6 months, and then after that, I try to strategically take some money to invest in other project,
Hmm.
keep compounding. So
So that's how
I
you
did a
fund your
mix.
that's how you fund your risky projects right here. Is via
Yeah,
drip.
with exactly, with free money from Drip. So now my deposit is $75,000. So I went from $1,000, and by compounding, I get to $75. Not only by
Wait, wait,
compounding,
wait,
that's
wait. I just
also
want to be clear on the number. 75,000, I mean 7,500 or 75,000?
75,000. Seven
What?
five with three zeros after. Yeah, I'll
Sheesh.
show you my screen. I'll show my screen. But I've been promoting that project for 9 months, but nobody believed.
Yeah, man. I
Nobody
did it.
thought it was possible. Most people were saying after 2 months the project will be down. That's because um, they didn't take the time to ask the right question or to listen to the answer or to research the project enough, because there's mechanism built in the project um, that makes the project that will last for years and for years.
All
Because
right, man, because
I
that's
get
why
to
I'm
all that, but
skeptical, man. That's why I'm skeptical. But hey, you said people didn't ask the right question. Maybe tonight we'll ask
yeah,
the right questions.
let's go.
But very quickly, Cashflow Hunter has a question. What protocol are you using? So right now, for the purpose of this stream, he's talking about Drip, and I guess you'll talk about that later. And then also, what are your opinion on Celsius Network? Well, I mean, well, let's just stay on subject and talk about Drip for now, because I want to understand this. $1,000 invested at first, that is your deposit, and then you use the compound money every time for the last 6 months, and you
Yeah,
rose that to 75,000.
yeah,
Okay, man, I can't wait
and
to see the next
le-
6 months after that.
yeah, and to be clear, um, usually if the price of one drip is a cryptocurrency, one drip was equivalent to $7 at that time when I
Mhm.
invested the $1,000. Now one drip is equivalent to $182. So when you combine these two together, compound interest and
Mhm.
price appreciation, you
Mhm.
get something. At first, you get something that is already exponential, but
Mhm.
now you got exponential time 10, time
Mhm.
20. So,
Say less. Say less.
so
Because trust
yeah,
me, I
when
know
you get,
exactly what you mean. That's exactly how I
yeah,
make my money on crypto, man. Cash flow value
exactly.
investing.
Exactly. And now we got to talk about supply. Supply going down makes the drip tokens scarce, so the price go up, and then you keep compounding. So it's really hard to me now to keep compounding, because now I'm making like $600 a day. So it's more than my income as a pharmacist. So now I'm like,
Oh.
whoa, that's why I cannot keep that for myself. I have to spread the word, because that's too much money for myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
And
man,
I can't
you
I cannot
started when it was
not share.
$7. Is it
Yeah,
too late to start, man?
it's
Because
not too late to start, because big promotion has just started. The world the word I just started to go out in the cryptocurrency world. People are still skeptic about Drip Network, and now the dev, which is Forex Shark, which is a genius,
Mhm.
a genius in cryptocurrency. He has a lot of successful project, and is making other project on top of Drip. So you have Drip as
Oh,
the
I
first
didn't know that.
project, and he's making association. He's making other project that bring liquidity.
Oh.
So a
So
lot
it's
of
like an
liquidity is
ecosystem,
coming.
kind of like
Exactly.
Solana ecosystem, and you add other project on top of it.
Exactly. It's like you take Pancake Swap, and Pancake Swap
Yeah.
m- make like um, some collaboration with Ethereum, so
Hmm.
you can bridge something. You can have like Curve Finance. You can have a lot of project in crypto. You can take a coin from an ecosystem and bring it to another ecosystem. So you have like liquidity traveling from a project to another one.
I see.
So that's what is going on.
So,
And Forex Shark, which is the dev, is pretty successful with this at this moment. And there's another project that is coming pretty soon, which is the Animal Farm, that is making the price of Drip right now um,
wow.
going to the moon.
All right, all right. Well, let me ask you this. So, if you had to summer it down to a simple level, how does drip works? Like, basically, is it like, do I have to buy one crypto? Do I have to buy two cryptos? If I lock
Yeah,
my money, can I take it out? Like, how does that work?
yeah. For this, I'll try to share my screen,
Yeah, go
so I
ahead.
can show you the Drip network, the website.
Yeah, no worries, man. Go ahead. You can click share here, and then select which screen you want, and then after I
Yeah.
can put it up here. But yeah, I'm very curious because, man,
Mm.
it's crazy.
So yeah, I'm having a hard time to do it. Let me see.
Do you see the button share?
Yeah, but I have to go on settings and allow my computer to share my screen.
Oh, okay, okay. All right. No, sorry, man. Struggle streaming, guys. That's what happens when you go live.
Yeah, it won't be too long.
But hey, for so far, if you have any questions, guys, put it down on the chat, and then we can figure it out. Hey, Mr. Peter Investor, bonsoir. Actually, Maki's from Montreal and Quebec as well. So so yeah,
Yeah.
we're all from Quebec here. Right. But yeah, let me see. PS. I like this comment, man. Yeah, I lied with E to the negative one. You guys are fun. We even got man. Look, even the bot has your name. The bot has a Maki. There's a bot here in the comment section. I deleted it, but let me see. Let me see. So, how many people are here from the Discord group? Let me know. Press or one on the chat if you are here on the Discord. Very curious to see. I think I put also the link to the community tab. So some people might be from YouTube, but I'm very curious how many people are from the Discord. Oh, okay. So Mackie dropped, but I think he'll come back on. But yeah, guys. So far, again, we also there is also an advanced segment on basically my Discord, and Mackie and a couple guys there are 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 in the advanced segment. And they've been talking about drip for months, guys, months. But me, I'm a very disciplined investor. I got burned before. I'm making some good money. There is some level of risk that I'm not willing to take because it was a new project when we were aware about it. So we never know, right? We never know. And at the time, he only invested $1,000. But me, I know myself. If I see something working and then if I see something working and I'm getting compound like that consistently, I'm going to put a lot more money, right? So but I kind of let it go, not go at it. And I was focusing with so many other projects that, that I didn't need to take that risk, something I didn't know about. I wanted to go, kind of like stay with the devil that I know, right? But yeah, but man, Maki's been talking about that for months, and also other members in the group have been talking about it. So let me actually, you got Maki's gonna join back in. Let me send him the link again. Let's give me a second. Maki, there you guys. Struggle streaming. Already. That's what happens when you go live. I see some members here on the group Discord. Hey, how are you doing, lovely Valence? Hope you can get some value here. And again, as I said, I'm going to leave this for 24 hours, and then after I'll remove it off Facebook, sorry, off YouTube. But I might put this on my Patreon because it's going to share his screen. Is going to share some results that he was able to get, and it's not often that you actually meet someone in the drip community that is actually successful and been doing it for long, because it's fairly a new project even in the crypto world. So not many people have accumulated for very long those compound interest. So that's why you don't necessarily meet some, because remember the curve, that exponential curve, it's towards the end that it really starts booming. But before that, it might take you 6 months before you get there. And once it start going there, it could be very pleasant. Now, imagine you had that plus the market dips we have here. That could be an interesting concept. So I see more comments coming in. And Maki, so you can also share your screen now, Maki, as well. And I can see it. I see him on the back end. I see more comments here. Let me say hello very quick. Hello. Stop to show some love. Thank you very much. No worries. All right. Let's see. Mr. Peter Investor M. Before the billion, shout out to you. Salute to the chat. Absolutely. Is DRIP the same like in a stock market dividend reinvested? Yeah. I I'm good. That's one question I have for him as well. So let's put him back on the panel. So that's a good question that we can actually start. So is drip is the same like a stock market in the sense that sometimes you have this option in your saving account where the dividend are automatically reinvested back to buy more shares. So is this something that in a drip network can be done, or is this something that you have to manually add it yourself?
I'm not sure about this one because I'm not really a kind of a stock guy. What I can say is every day you get, not every day, it's like every second you can actually. I don't know if you, I don't know if you can see
Yeah,
my
yeah,
screen.
I saw you could put it back to the website you had
Yeah,
and I'll
do you
put
see
it
my
up. Yeah.
screen there?
Yeah, right
Now
there.
you see it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I see it.
So
No worries. So there it
you
is.
see there, you see there, this is the amount that the protocol is giving you, and you can see it growing every minute, every hour. So it's not something they give you every day or every month. You see it growing, so you
I
can,
saw it change. I saw it
you
change.
saw it change exactly.
Wait,
So
wait, wait. It's no, no. It's 966.
ex- um,
Wait, wait,
uh,
what is it going to?
words. So that's in available there.
Yeah,
That's what's available to me. So that money, now I have 1.96 drip, which is
nine
equivalent
nine
to
six seven now.
351. Yeah, you have. So I have $3,051. I can cash cash that money, or I can compound it. I can put it back to my deposit. So the deposit here, I have 427 drip, and if you go to the swap page here, you can see the value of one drip. So one drip is equivalent to 178
Sheesh.
USDT, which is US dollars. So if you do the math, you take that amount of drip there and you multiply it by
Hey, let
this,
me do the
you
math,
get,
bro. Let me do the math.
yeah. So you get this. I was talking about $75,000, but the price went up. So now
76.
76,400 now.
Sheesh.
So
Okay, so
that's
let
the
me put
deposit.
it this. Let me put this correct.
Yep.
Actually, can you leave back a little bit, back
Yep.
to the
Sure.
other chart you had there?
Sure.
Um, Faucet. Man. All right. So basically, from what I'm seeing, the deposit, that's where
Mhm.
the compound work is happening. And does
Exactly.
that mean the available, that's the compound, the 1% for the day? Is that what it means?
Exactly. Exactly. But that's not even a day, because this morning, I compounded what was available. So
So
it's
right
one
there.
percent a day. So if you take 1% out of 427, it makes 4.27. So after 24 hours, after day 24 hours, I will get um, 4.27 drip. Now I'm only getting 1.97 because it hasn't been 24 hours yet.
I
So for
see. Now let
now,
me ask you
that's
this.
why
Let
I
me ask
have.
you this. Stop right there. Let me ask you this.
Yep.
The available part, do
Yep.
you have to manually put it back to the deposit, or does
Yes.
is there a feature that does where it's done automatically?
Yeah, some protocol has have what we call auto compounding. So this
Yeah.
protocol doesn't have this feature. You cannot auto compound. You have to
Hmm.
go in the drip faucet and manually click on hydrate here. You see hydrate,
Oh,
recompound. So that's where you compound. So if I click there in my MetaMask, it will ask me if I really want to do that. If I confirm there, it will do it.
yeah, yeah. We
So I
don't
won't
no need
do it because I don't want to do it right now.
no need to show all that. No need to show your MetaMask. Your MetaMask.
So yeah.
You never know. Them bots might be able to get
Oh,
them
that's right.
drips.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right. So
I
you
just
see
want to.
there you have, the like a little information about what is drip exactly. So drip network facet is a low risk, high reward contract that operates similarly to a high yield certificate of deposit by paying out 1% daily return, not yearly, it's daily returns on investment up to 365%. So that means if you just compound for a year, which
Yeah.
is 365 days, you get 365%.
All
So
right. All right.
player can compound or extend their earnings through deposit,
Uh-huh.
and extend their earning through deposit by doing hydrating, which is compounding, or you can just take that money and just cash in it. But the power of drip is by compounding long enough to grow your stack.
Okay, so basically, it's a manual compound effect, like interest. You have to
Yep.
manually log in. So how do you log
Yep.
in? Do you need your MetaMask wallet, or can you connect with other type of wallets?
Yeah, you can connect with two type of wallet, which is the two main DeFi wallet in the crypto space, which is MetaMask and you have Trust Wallet. I don't
Yeah.
recommend Trust Wallet. The reason why is Trust Wallet um, is kind of buggy, so you can have some bug with Trust Wallet, and Trust Wallet doesn't work properly with iPhone because last year. Apple did something with Trust Wallet to forbid people to access DeFi app. So
Hmm.
now it's kind of a problem with people with iPhone. Androids don't have any problem, but this problem can easily be solved by having MetaMask, which is completely free. They're all free, but MetaMask is available on iPhone, on Android, available on your computer.
Hmm.
So it's the best application for that. So with
Okay.
MetaMask, you can access to the Drip network, and then you can work it out.
And for those who are in my Discord, shout out to Jonathan Barronville. He actually gave a reference to another wallet that you can use that mimics exactly what MetaMask is using if you want more security. Because hey, there is also something going on with MetaMask where it's for, let's just say that it's easy to hack. So
Yeah.
if there are things that we have on the Discord as resources to counter that. So I'm actually going to. I was actually looking for a project where I'm going to use that new thing and see if it works. So I might actually do an experiments with Drip and that MetaMask slash other wallet and see if I could connect it and make it work. But the
Hmm.
way it works naturally, it's another wallet altogether, but it pretends to be MetaMask so that the website allows it, and then it just code it in a way that protects more your investments basically. Because I
Hmm.
don't know if you guys have been following lately, but there are some those NFTs
Scammers, yeah.
those NFTs that are costing so much now. There's some people
Yeah.
find they save it on their MetaMask and all that, and it becomes easy to retrieve it once it gets in $1 million. One day your drips might get into there too. So
I hope so.
so so yeah, let's get into that. Okay, so I understand how it works. And yeah, with the price of drip, it could really add up. Now, let me ask you this: in your
Yeah.
opinion, where is the
Mhm.
money coming from? Because if they keep dripping you money 1% per day, like where does
Mhm.
that money come from?
Okay. So first of all, there's a tax system. Okay. So the main reason Drip Network is able to pay you the 1% every day is because the first deposit and the deposit you put after that, you can never take back that deposit. So that's the first thing. Um, when I put $1,000 9 months ago, I cannot take back that $1,000. So whales
What? Wait.
yeah,
So let me get this straight. So
yeah,
basically, every time you rehydrate, right?
yeah,
Every
yeah,
time you rehydrate,
yeah.
whatever money you have on a deposit, you cannot take it back.
You cannot take it back. That's why you call it a
Oof.
faucet. So it's a faucet. You put the money here. Um, you can kind of forget it. You cannot take that money back.
Well, that's
The
good
only
to know
way you
now,
can
man.
take
Jesus.
the
So
only
I
way
guess
you
the
can
goal
take
is to grow it to a point where you can rely on a daily compound that is coming in, and
that's
then
it.
that you can take out.
That's it. That's it. Um, the only way you can take back that initial investment is by um, cashing out your 1% daily until you you retrieve that same
That
money you
the
put back.
initial
So
$1,000 you had.
exactly, exactly.
Okay.
So if drip price doesn't change, you can agree with me 1% a day. In 100 days, you get 100%. So in 100 days, you could have your money back if you just claim every day. Your 1%, you claim it. So that means you take it out of the protocol and you just put it back in your bank account.
Yeah.
But
Not to go
yeah,
sidetrack, and I really want to go back. So you were saying that okay, that money you can't take it back, but
no,
how does that factor into the 1% for everyone?
yeah, because that 1% is taking to the deposit. The deposit goes into a pool. Okay. The faucet is where everybody put their deposit. When you recompound, it goes back to that deposit. So the deposit is kind of big. And then you have a tax system. So the tax system is also something that keeps
More income
the
to the
product.
pool.
Yeah, exactly. That keeps the pool full enough to keep giving you that 1%. You have a 5% tax when you claim. No, sorry, not when you claim, when you compound. Every time you compound, you get a 5% tax. That 5% tax goes into the protocol, into
Mm.
the smart contract that keeps paying. When you claim that money, you get hit with a 10% tax. And when you sell the drip to get back to fiat money, or um, in that case, it's BNB, which is
Mhm.
another cryptocurrency, you get hit by another 10% tax. So you could argue, whoa, there's so much taxes. Why would I put my money in something that give me so much taxes? But these taxes um, only eat you if you want to take that money every day. But if you compound every day for 3 months, for 4 months, for 6 months, um,
And then
that
you take
tax,
one transaction.
yeah, that tax doesn't mean anything when you start by having $5 a day, and then after 6 months you realize you're getting $300 a day. Getting a 18% tax is still bigger than what you were getting 5 months ago. So, and that's why the project can last for years, because everybody pay taxes. This tax goes back into the pool that keeps paying people every day and every day and every day. And there's more mechanism that prevent the system from crashing.
So
As long as you hydrate, you recompound.
basically,
um,
but let me put it this way, because again, I see some. I mean, I don't know. I'm not. I'm still skeptical about it, right? But again,
yeah.
if it's just $1,000, it's worth trying, right? But man, I don't like the fact that I can't take that money out. That's one thing. So whatever you put
Well,
in the deposit, wait, you can't take the
mhm,
money out. Oof. That's
yeah.
that that
Let me.
that that took me. Wait. And then after when not only you can't take that money out, you can also like, well, let's say someone try to find a hack. They try to, because that's what happens in DeFi, right? You have a
Yeah.
protocol, you have those
Yeah.
hackers, they always try to find
Hmm.
holes into
Hmm.
getting the money, the liquidity pool, right? The total
Yes,
liquidity
liquidity.
pool is always
Yeah.
locked. But so if all that money is locked, no one can take it out. And some,
Yeah.
even if the founder of this project are cool, but if
Yeah.
someone else found a way to access that and break it, then they
Yeah.
got a lot of money that no one can take out, and they have all the time
Hmm.
they need to pull that money out. So
Hmm.
what are your thoughts about that? Like, is that something, is that a concern that the
Yeah.
founder they have addressed already, or what would you
Yes.
say?
Yes. 2 weeks ago, he addressed, people from the community, from the Telegram community, addressed that concern. And now he's working on what we call an insurance. This is something called of new in the crypto world. More and more protocol get themselves insurance. So that means if somebody were able to hack that protocol, and I highly doubt somebody will somebody would have been very, very, very smart to hack that protocol, because I have big conviction in the developer. Is It's not his first project. Is very talented. People pay big money to talk to him, to just talk to him. But there's that thing called insurance. So that means it takes the protocol take what we call snapshot of what you have in the deposit. So my 77 and $285 I have here. You see,
Wait,
it
wait,
has
let me
increased
let me
again.
put it back up. Let me put it back up. Yeah, go ahead. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. So that
So
so basically the entrance is it takes a snapshot of
a
that money
snapshot,
right here,
exactly, and the
and
snapshot
I
can be
guess it does that
taken.
what on the blockchain or is it on the website alone? Like,
I think it's well, I'm not sure how it works exactly.
okay, no worries, no worries. Go ahead, go ahead. No,
I never searched how it works, but I've seen it before. I've seen protocol being hacked before, like Vulcan Fudge recently, or Coinbase and stuff like that. So they take
yeah.
some kind of snapshot of what you had before in the pool, in the liquidity pool, and then they can refund you back
Okay.
that numbers of token you had before the hack. So that prevent well, the hacker can go with the money, but the people that were investing in the protocol can still get their money back that way.
Okay. So is that something that is currently in the work or already implemented?
It's in the work. It's in the
Okay.
work. Is pretty busy right now, working on a lot of project, on two projects at the same time. But yeah, he's working on it. And when he said, when he says something, when he says he's gonna do something, usually he delivers. So it's just a matter
Uh,
of time.
all right, man, all right. But let me
Yeah,
ask you this before I go on another question. Is
yeah,
well, you have been following this project for 6 months.
yeah,
And I can tell already you believe in this guy because again, at the end of the day, sometimes guys, when you make an investment, you have to do your fundamental research on the team
mm,
themselves. Can they deliver? And really, you're really buying not the project, guys. You're buying the team, and you have to
yeah,
put your money on the team and some faith because we're talking about really risky projects here. And guys, these type of investments are not for everyone. You really have you're very risky. And me and Mackie, we are risky people, but to be honest, guys, Mikey is way more risky than I do. I converted to the bright side, I would say. But let me ask you this: before is there within those 6 months? Is there things? Is there new innovation and drips? Things that they say they would do and things that they are actually did. You know what I'm saying? Let's say that they have a timeline and they say they were going to implement something and then they actually deliver. Were you able to
yeah,
either yeah, any example from that you can give?
yeah. Sure. Well, he created a protocol on top of Drip Network, called the Drip Garden. So it's like, I don't know if you guys know about PancakeSwap, about farming. Um, he created like a farm, with Drip, the token from Drip Network, and BUSD, which is a stable coin in cryptocurrency. So people had the opportunity to farm another token called Rev token, from that farm. So you create like a LP token, which is a liquidity pool token. So you mix 50% drip and 50% of BUSD together, and with a
Hmm.
high yield of 3% a day, you farm that to get Rev token.
Okay.
And the Rev token, the Rev token was pretty cheap at first. It did that for 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, the Rev token did something like 20x. I think it's more than that, but I'm not sure because I wasn't part of that project. I was dedicated to Drip, and I think it was very stupid of me not to take part of that project because some people in your Discord made made pretty big money with the Drip Garden, but that's one of his successful project. And what he managed to do, which is really brilliant, is allowing people to, with that Rev token, participate in the pre-sale of another project that will be out on February the 1st, which is called the Animal Farm. And that will give you like a daily passive income to the people that have been taking part of the Drip Garden. They can buy token from a pre-sale token at cheaper price, to be early in the other project, which will be the Animal Farm, that will give um, like yield on top of yield. So you get yield
Are are
from
all of these projects
drip.
using drip as a base for anything or
Yeah, in the animal farm, you'll have three pool. You have three different pool. You'll have
okay.
drip with BUSD. You'll have two other pools that I'm not sure what they will be, but you still have the drip inside that
Okay.
will create buying pressure, making the supply go down and the price go up again.
Now let
So
me
it's
ask you this: if I take my drip from
yeah.
my faucet here and I go put it on another project, will I get taxed?
Yeah, there's always
Yeah.
a tax because you need
Alright,
the
man.
taxes. You need the taxes to keep the liquidity pool alive.
No worries.
Otherwise, you see some kind of project that starts like that, like lava cake. You see people can just take their investment, so you don't have any liquidity anymore. After
Oh
like
man.
five minutes, you left with nothing. You're bag
Oh,
holder.
bro, why you gotta mention lava cake, man? I was
Yeah.
I'm still recovering from this trauma. But hey, maybe that's a good question, Mr. Peter Investor M. What is the difference between the two, liquidity pool versus drip? What do you got
Yep.
to say about that, sir?
Sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Oh yeah, I don't know if you can see it on the bottom here. Wait, let me sometimes I can pop up question here. What is the difference between the two, liquidity pool versus drip? So what's the difference between liquidity pool and
Okay.
drip?
Okay, well, drip is the token, is the cryptocurrency. So drip has a value. This is what you get from the protocol. Then you can recompound it. You can sell it. The liquidity pool is the pool where the 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 system, the protocol take the money. Well, they take the drip token to give you. So in the liquidity pool, we have a lot of money. You can have 8 million money. You can have like 80 million. That's what we call a liquidity pool. That's where the
Yeah,
liquidity, the money is in the project.
let me add more to that. Another way you can track liquidity pool in other projects, for example, like Uniswap, PancakeSwap, and all that, is by following a number, a letter called TVL, total value lock. All
Yeah.
that is from liquidity pools. And the way I actually did a stream about that on staking. It is available in my exclusive Discord. It is available also in my Patreon. And you know what, Patreon? And you know what, Mr. Peter Investor M, tonight I'll make it available for members as well, so that you can at least check it out. If you want to see it, I'll be able to make sure you see it. So basically, in that stream, I actually talk about exactly what is staking and the difference between staking and yield farming. So when you yield farm, is you lend your cryptocurrencies to a platform, and that platform put it to work, right? So in this drip example, just like in any decentralized finance, people like us, we can lend our cryptocurrencies. In this sense, you gotta lend two pairs, just like forex, right? You know, USD versus euro, right? So we're doing drip versus Binance coin, and then you lend that to the decentralized exchange. And because you lend that, you create something called a liquidity pool. You have a receipt for your contribution, and that receipt allows you to collect a certain percentage of the transaction that happen daily on those, actually hourly, even minute wise, on
Yep.
those exchange, right? So that's the purpose of the liquidity pool. Just like the bank, the way the bank works is you need an escrow account so that you can wire money from one place to another. That could take 3 weeks. In decentralized exchange, you have the liquidity pool, and all that is being wired by smart contracts. And then the liquidity pool is there to fund the transaction to make sure it happens. So just to give more insights, but I'm going to drop that link for you for membership only. So if there is any other person who wants to be a member and watch that stream, he's going to explain you in details and showing you example on the difference between liquidity pool and what you can do to create a very high yield. All right, a very high yield. Hence, Mr. Maki here, that's been abusing these guys. That's all he does. That's all he does, guys. He's an
Yeah.
expert at this point at the yield farming.
I'm all about yield farming now. Yeah.
You can see it in his name, Mark Maki Farm. So I hope
That's
that
it.
answers your question. Very quickly, let's go through the question very quick before I ask my next
Yep.
question. When you click
Yep.
on compound, is that staking your $50 you deposit, or is that when you click hydrate? Or can you put it back on the website
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Do you
let's
see it?
look at that. Oh, give me a second.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll pop it up.
Okay.
Let me see. There we go.
Okay, so now you're in the faucet. So how you compound is by clicking hydrate here. So whenever I want to compound, doesn't matter how much I have available here. If you want to compound it, that means put the available here into the
Yeah.
deposit and add up to it so it works for you to get you another 1% in 24 hours. You click on hydrate here because you see drip, it's like water drip and you hydrate. So it's funny. So you hydrate, you recompound. So you just click like that and then you confirm in
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
MetaMask and then it
Yeah.
goes there. If you want to cash in, you
Yeah.
click on claim, and then the protocol will sell that drip token available here. You can claim it, so you take it back from the liquidity pool. It goes in your wallet, then you can sell it to have BNB, and then you can do
Okay.
whatever you want with that BNB.
Now let me ask you this.
Yeah,
That faucet that I'm looking at here, it doesn't
yeah.
look like yield farming to me because I don't see a
It's
pair. I see
it's not
it's
it's
kind of
not
like
yield farming.
staking.
Yeah, it's not yield
It,
farming. It's more like staking. You're right.
okay.
The other project made on top of Drip Network are yield farming. This is yield, but staking the drip. Yeah, with a
Okay, let me ask you
1%.
this now. Let me ask you
Yeah,
this. Every time you make a transaction, right?
yeah,
Every time you add, because you do that every day to make the best
yeah,
out of this platform. Do
yes,
you have to pay a fee for that transaction? Like, sometimes if you buy anything on Pancake
yeah.
Swap, for example,
You
you
get
have
gas
to
fee.
gas
Yeah,
fee, right? So
yeah. You get gas
do
fee.
you require a gas fee here?
Yeah, this is on the Binance Smart Chain. So on the Binance Smart Chain, you have minimal gas fee. So for each transaction, it's an approximate of 50 cents by
Okay,
transaction.
but which currency do you use to pay those gas fee?
Well, it's in BNB.
BNB. Okay, so
So
you
so
need
you
to
gotta
have a
have
stash of
BNB.
BNB somewhere, and every couple
Exactly.
times you buy BNB to pay the transaction for your.
Exactly. You must have BNB in your MetaMask because the gas fee are paid in BNB, approximately a value of 50 cents of BNB every transaction you make.
Good to know. Good to know. Very thank you for clarifying that. So okay, Joe, you can leave this here like this. We might have to return on that later. Let me see if there is more questions. Sounds like a protocol created by the government. Jesus, Mr. Cash. You probably see him on Discord, right? He always has the videos, comments about tax. This guy, man, he could be one of my neighbors. I'm actually looking into Dubai right now, and next week, guys, I might have a special guest that's going to talk about how to reduce your taxes to 0% as a Canadian or as a US citizen. So
Wow.
make sure you tune in. I don't know if it will be live, so I'll ask you a list of questions prior to recording this video because this guy is in Dubai, so the time doesn't really
Mm,
fit to go live. But I'm going to find a way to make it work, guys. I promise, and then we'll get that information for sure. But I'm still working on that interview. It's going to be great, guys. But so far, I'm getting some knowledge on this guy, and he got some knowledge, guys. We'll get into it. So, Mr. Ephraim Corner said it sounds like a Ponzi scheme and he's trying to run away. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But for now, I see the value and I trust Mackie. Mikey, I really trust him. He does the fundamental research, he does his
mm.
research, and he's been
Yeah,
very successful at it. And because I trust him and he believes in the team, I'm not recommending they do whatever you feel comfortable for you. Everyone has to go with their own choice. But me personally, I'm willing to take some level of risk. I wouldn't put 10,000 in it, right? But I'm willing to take some level of risk, at least 1,000 for me. I
but
won't do it in shop, to be honest with you. I'll do it.
but
I'll do it.
people can always reach out to me because for that particular questions, a lot of people has been asking if it's a Ponzi scheme or a pyramidal scheme. Um, the developer assessed that question. The answer is pretty smart and pretty accurate. So people can always reach out to me, and then I'll answer that question. I know you don't have time anymore on your stream, but I have the answer for that question, and it's definitely not a Ponzi scheme
Can,
if you check the definition of a Ponzi scheme.
can you stay a little bit? Can you stay?
I'm not in a rush.
Okay, good, good, good. I just want to go through other questions that I wrote down that I
Yeah,
really
sure.
want to go through, but I
Yeah.
wanted to go through some comments as well. Let me see very quickly. Is it similar like a AMP, which collateralize the transaction if lost in Ethereum? Does Drips has a collateral if transaction is lost or not made when hydrate? So I asked that question earlier. I don't know if you were there, but basically, no, there is not yet, but I heard there is a insurance protocol being
It's
implemented,
coming. It's in
so
the work.
it's coming. But it's good to know because, to be honest, that's a question they probably ask. They get a lot about the people are saying it's a Ponzi scheme. So if they could find a way to guarantee that money, especially the deposit money that you can't take out, right?
Mhm.
That's a big problem. But if they can give you an insurance on that and put that money back in the deposit, then
Yep.
yeah, that's actually in their benefit to do that, and also that's keep me comfort because I can still collect the daily 1% compound, so it becomes a win both ways. And I think from that perspective it's better for them to work on that. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Actually, super sticker. I'm actually doing a poll here on people who are contributing, and I'll announce at some point a tribute that I'm doing for you guys. But okay, okay, guys, let's move into the next question. So, what would you say the value, like the what value backs the crypto drip? Right now, I know you say there basically from what I hear there is the liquidity pool, but is there any other type of value that backs the cryptocurrency, like when it blows up, why does it blow up, right? Like, is it just because everyone wants to put it back into the hydrate, or is there other types of value? You did mention other
Mhm.
projects that are being created on top of the drip ecosystem, but in a nutshell, what would you have to say about the value in drip in general?
Okay, well, drip is what we call DeFi, which is decentralized finance. So the main reason decentralized finance, like regular finance, exists is kind of getting rich, right? So you put your money to work for you, and then you get more. That's what we call a yield. So it's decentralized finance, but high risk, I mean, low risk, high reward. And with the kind of features the dev put in the protocol, it makes it very easy to leverage from that drip network. So you can put, you see, in drip, the price doesn't really it's not really important. What's important is the quantity of drip you have in your wallet and the ability to compound. It's like a game. You got to see drip like a game. It can be a serious game when you're making 300, $600 a day from small investment, but it's a game, and it's not a game that lasts forever. I mean, drip, the protocol can last for years. The the way it works, but your wallet your wallet will be dead after you reach a certain um, well, a certain, like certain criteria. You can claim to a maximum of 100K, so 100,000 of drip in your lifetime in the game. After that, if you want to still play the game, you have to create another wallet and start again from scratch, from zero. So that's why the protocol can keep paying 1% every day, because after 1 year, after 2 years, after 3 years, depending on how much you claim, how much you recompound, once you reach, you've been taking 100K drip from the protocol, it's game over. You cannot claim anymore. So
Wait, wait,
you
stop
must
right there
create another
because
wallet.
stop right there because you're bringing a point here that I want to understand very
Yeah.
clearly. And that's one of the reasons why we're having this call. Technically, we're supposed to have this call in private, guys, but I'm like, hey, why not just put to you guys in there too, so you could learn with me. And shout out to Peter Investor M for sponsoring the stream so far with the $2.5 super chat on top of being a member, guys. Salute to you, man. Thank you for your support. Now, let me bring this up.
Yeah.
Drip is like a game. I get
Yeah.
that. Granted,
Yeah.
fine. What do you mean? What do you mean that I can only claim to a maximum of 100,000 drip? Does that mean every day that you're making a claim from the deposit back to the composite, you're technically making that claim and you have a limit of $100,000?
Yeah. Can you share my screen?
Not $100,000, but 100,000 a number of drip. Yeah, just change. I think it's on
Yeah. Let me show you. So here in the faucet, you have available, you have deposit, and you have here claim.
claim
So from the beginning, so far I've been claiming
800 claim
810 drip. When that
reach.
numbers reach 100K, it's game over. You cannot claim anymore. The
So
only
that
way
means
you can go
100K
back in the
days
game is
if you do it every day.
if you do it every day. Um, it can
Oh well,
last
yeah.
long
You
depending
probably
on
did
how
it
many
more than
drips.
you probably did more than twice, like twice, 3 times a day or something.
Um, well, not
Because it's
necessarily,
800,
but
right? In a year we have 365 days. You already at 800 claims.
yeah, if I don't recompound, because if I compound every day, I get more drips.
Yeah. So let me ask you
Yeah.
this. So okay, so what if you don't start a new wallet? Do you stop getting the 1%?
If I don't start a new wallet, once I reach the 100K, it's finished.
So what? What does that? What do you mean it's finished? That's what I don't understand. Because remember, you said deposit. I can't get my deposit back,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
then if I get the number to, if I get the claim to 100,000, game over.
Yeah.
So what does that mean
Yeah.
for my money, man?
Game over, because if you reach 100K drip um, in the claim section here, that
Yeah,
means you've been making a lot more money than what you've put up in
I
the.
get that. Oh, I get
Okay.
that. I mean,
So
I
that's
just
a
want to
way.
understand what does that mean game
Yeah.
over for my money.
Well, you see, in the deposit, it's not really your money, right? It's not money that came out of your pocket, right? It's just it's just the liquidity pool. That's your share in the liquidity pool. That's that's only a share. It's fictive. It's not your real money. You didn't go to the bank and then I didn't take $79, $79,000 now and then put it in drip. So it's not your money. That's just the share of the game you have that will give you 1% every day, but it's not your money.
Wait,
So
wait, wait, wait,
you're
wait.
not you're not
You're
losing
going too
anything.
far. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it
Yeah.
simple. I I want what I want to know is,
Yeah.
let's say the number claim gets to
Yeah.
100,000.
Yeah.
That happens today, right? Today.
Yeah.
24 hours
Yeah.
from now, do I still get 1%?
You don't have 1% anymore. You cannot claim anymore. That's the maximum you can claim.
Okay. So
Yeah.
basically,
That's
from what I
yeah.
hear, it would
Hmm.
make more sense for me to raise that number like to, let's say, 80,000 times that I drip, and then just keep waiting for that stash, for that 1% to stash up like crazy,
That's
and
one
then just
technique.
every year every year from that perspective, do one transaction, and that's it.
Well, there's another thing.
Oh girl.
There's another thing. You have what we call here a max payout. Okay, so that's the maximum of drip you can claim. Okay, um, that's also another feature. If the max payout here reach 21K, it's game over again.
Jesus
You see,
Christ.
so you cannot claim only once once a year. Doesn't work like that. And why it works like that? It's to prevent drip network from crashing once again, because um, figure it out. Some people are making $50,000 a day. from Drip Network, because some people day one I put $1,000, but some people day one they put $50,000. Big whales, $50,000 live on YouTube, and they've been compounding for 6 months. So you can
God
you
dang.
can guess
What do
that
you mean live
that
on YouTube? You saw a YouTuber do that?
yeah, a few YouTubers did that on live to get more subscribers. So yeah, they took that risk. So probably they had some yeah, like a lot of money they were willing to
Yeah.
lose. But yeah, actually, Drip Network has been working for 9 months, and I'm not seeing it slowing down. So yeah, they take a lot of money from the liquidity pool, but the money is not created from thin air. So the dev has to think about some way that they don't dry up the liquidity pool, and that's one way. It's like a game, like I said, so you have to
Yeah.
play the game the right way, but that's a game that can last for years before you cannot play that game again. And
Yeah.
then again, you still can play that game by creating another wallet. If you're smart enough, you
But I
have
guess it's
multiple
one
wallets.
wallet at a time, right? One wallet.
No,
One.
no. Actually, have two wallet. I just created another wallet 2 months ago because I know my first wallet will dry up someday, and I want to have the other wallet to keep getting my money. I don't
Okay.
want to
All right. All
start
right.
from scratch. So
We're,
you got to
we're
play the
talking.
game smart. Stanley is planning to have five wallets at the same time, so
So
it's a lot. It's a lot
so
more
going back
time
to
to
my
managing.
going back
Yeah,
to my question, what I hear is the value basically is from the consistent 1% that comes in from
yeah,
stopping any other money people to be able to take their money as they would wish, so that it's
yeah.
basically paying you a percentage of that pool. And since they're putting more money, I wonder if they do any type of other investing. Like let's say that money that is locked in the pool, or let's say the tax, for example, if they
Mhm.
were able to lend that to the bank, for example,
Yo,
like
bro, you're reading. Okay, man. You're going way too fast. But yeah, that's something that is in the roadmap that is still to be created. Is working on that, but that's one of the new feature that will be live in probably not this month, but maybe in April. Is planning on making a way so we can borrow from what we have in your deposit here.
bruh,
Um,
I'm sold. You see, that's value right here. So
yeah, so you,
that's how it creates more value. So it's basically like a system, a banking system, basically decentralized. Okay, I get it. Shout out to
yeah,
Getty Radio. I'm actually going live tonight on his new channel, talking about conspiracies. We'll talk about that later. Shout out to Getty's Radio. Also, is a member on our exclusive club, and support him very well. Shout out Lashes. How are you doing? Hope you're still here taking value. Let me go very quickly because I have questions, and I know I wanted to keep this under an hour, but it's not happening. Question 4. By law, interest income is taxed annually. If I already pay taxes in the protocol, do I still have to share the interest earned by the government? The answer is yes. um you still have to pay taxes. But you know what, I'm actually working on a strategy to not pay taxes legally. But maybe I'll have to start drip. I'll buy drip without putting it in the pool, just for that when I'm ready to put it on the pool, I can collect, I can do the 1%. But I'll just stash up on drip right now, because what happened is, if I at some point I'm going to need to sell all my assets and move away. I'm trying to do that by the end of the country, by the end of this year. But
nice.
if I do that and I start on a different country, then I can start on a country that has zero tax for cryptocurrencies, and then and then go nuts, and then go
That's
nuts. But
it. But
you definitely want to tune into that stream that I'm doing, and I'm going to do about how to pay zero tax legally, man. This guy's going to drop
oh man,
bunch of knowledge, but
alpha.
I yeah, but yeah, great, good point, Mr. Cashel, because now that you understand the system, how it works, before you even get in, you have to have a way to get out. I always talk
Mm,
about that. think of your exit before you come in. And me, that when you think that way, guys, it always helps you strategize better, and basically, and avoid yourself from having to, pay massive taxes from this. But hey, the answer is yes. You always have to pay tax to your government and declare your income when it comes to cryptocurrencies, especially in Canada. What is the initial start cost? 2% yield interest earned on the principal, 3 maximum. So what's one? The initial start cost. The initial start cost in cryptocurrency could be anything, right? Like
Well, in
five
Drip Network,
dollars.
it's one drip. To
Oh, at
start,
least 100.
yeah, the minimum
Okay,
is
so that
one
means
drip.
$180 basically. Um,
Yeah, right now.
so
Yeah.
to percentage yield interest earned on the principal. I don't
Well, it's
fully
one
understand.
percent daily.
Yeah, 1% daily on the principal, but basically you can add from the principal every day. So that
Yeah.
principal goes up to, and that's the part that gets compound.
Yeah.
Maximum ROI, well, I guess over time it
Well,
becomes
well,
exponential.
like it becomes if you well if you take that 1% daily and you put it this is a APR of 1% daily and you put it like a APY annually, it will come up to like 365 days in a year, so it will be um 300 3000.
Wait, I'll do it.
Well,
I'll do it. I have a calculator for that.
yeah,
APR to
well,
APY.
yeah, you just add 20 at the end, so it's it will be 3000. Is
Wait,
it
wait. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I'll do it. Let me share
yeah,
my
you have that
screen.
calculator that
Yeah, we
yeah, I know what
because
you mean.
we guys, you don't understand, guys. We are like so we do yield farming all the time, and in yield farming we have to use this number APR, right? But
Yeah.
as he mentions, every so often, every day, you sometimes you have to go and manually do it because it's not automatic. So let's say 1% APR. Let's do daily.
Daily.
So how much that is in APY?
What it will give you the APY still daily. It
Yeah, okay,
doesn't give
okay.
it to you. It doesn't give it to you annually.
But it's cool, eh? It says yeah, it gives you the APY daily. Uh, yeah, I wish it could. But the thing is, if you add that times 365, then that's basically 365 APY, average percentage on your principal. But compound daily, I wish there was another timeline you could put that in.
Yeah.
All right. But let me see. All right.
But it's
Anyway, at
basically
least we tried.
300. It's basically 3000 um 650 percent. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me go back to the question because I we gotta go. Um. So basically, one of my question is your principal money locked for the full year? But you already answered that it's not just locked for a full year; it's locked
It's
forever.
like forever.
When you can remove it, you can't remove it. What
You can't
happens
remove
if
it.
so is there like so basically it's the same rule for everyone? No one can remove that money in.
Sorry?
Is basically the same rule for everyone? Like absolutely no one can do, or is there like a certain level people that
Um,
can remove some money into it?
what you can do, you can buy drip from the protocol or from PancakeSwap, and just keep it in your wallet. And then you wait for the price to make a 10x, and then you sell your drip back to cash in. So that means what you invest in, it's never locked. If you never put
I
it in the
see.
faucet, you have access. But if you put it in the faucet so you can have that 1% daily compounding, then you cannot take it back.
Okay. And again, you
So
don't,
just
it's
keep
not,
it.
okay, so the way you do it is you buy the drip to put it on the deposit or faucet, and then you
Yeah.
buy BNB to pay the transaction as gas fee. And so you don't have to have a pair like a yield farming. You need to have the same amount of drip and BNB. You don't need to
No,
have that.
no, it's like just like you said before, it's just like staking. So you have BNB in your wallet to buy the drip, because you can buy drip with BNB or BUSD, but you need the BNB to pay the gas fees, and then you stake it. You stake your drip to receive a yield, a staking reward of 1% every day. So it's stake. You don't have to create a liquidity pool token.
Could you go back on your drip platform again? I want to ask you
Sure.
something because this question is interesting. How does the
Yep.
referral program work? Now, this is something I this is where it gets a little bit iffy for me.
Mm-hmm.
um they do have, I was looking into that, they do have a referral program, but then
Yep.
once you get there it starts looking like, you know, those MLM. I mean, you in I don't know if you live in Montreal right now, but back in the days at Montreal and multi-level marketing, everyone
Yeah.
you knew, especially in the Asian community, guys, there is always this side hustlers, side entrepreneurs in your family that, you know,
Yeah.
always try to approach you with the MLM, trying to recruit as many as possible. And I've been in the MLM industry for at least 10 years, guys, trying different MLMs.
Wow.
So whenever I see stuff like that, but with that said, I also am familiar with affiliate marketing. And some affiliate
Mm-hmm.
marketing have two layers, right? But they stop at two layers. And affiliate marketing is a fair system. It's a much fair system as opposed to the MLM. So I guess I can see some of it that works, some of it that doesn't work really. Now, I'm wondering, you know, why the referral system? How does it work? Like, do you get? Does it work exactly like an MLM? Do you get paid for the amount of people you bring in? Like, how does it work?
Yeah. Okay. It's not like an um, MLM. The way it works, the referral program is just an incentive to bring people into the project to add more liquidity
Mhm.
over time.
Because that's where the true
Um,
value is.
exactly. And then
'Cause
you
the
can
more
create.
liquidity, the more we get paid.
Exactly. That's how DeFi works. Is if money stopped to come in the protocol, well, it doesn't work anymore. So that's the same. That's how DeFi work. It's not only drip; it's all the DeFi work. The referral program give you some rewards. Um, Everybody, well, you cannot start drip without a referral. Okay, you have to get the body address, which is the wallet address um, that somebody gives you to get into drip network and starting to do the same thing.
Yeah,
But
but
it's not.
it's but at that point it's almost the same thing as the MLM, man. It's like, you know,
Yeah,
if
in
I
MLM.
cannot join Armway like that. I have to get a body.
Yeah, but MLM, the way it works, it's really like a Ponzi scheme, a pyramidal scheme. So the people on top always get more. Okay, so the money comes at the bottom, okay, and go all the way to the top, and the people who created the MLM gets the most reward. So they're getting rich over the people under, and the people under getting rich over the people under them,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
continue
So
like that.
you're
Okay.
saying it's not like that for Drip?
Yeah, it's not like that. In Drip Network, you have a system of referral up to 15 level. Okay. So after 15
15.
level, yeah, 15. Yeah.
That's,
Yeah,
bro,
15
come on,
levels.
man. That's a lot,
Um,
bro.
yeah, that's a lot. But some people already reached that level. Big YouTubers made it easily. So
Well, yeah,
um,
if you have a YouTube and then you put a link, people will learn. But I'm trying to understand it because I'm
yeah,
trying to find a
but
distinction between this and MLM. But so
yeah,
far,
what
it's almost the same thing, man. 15
well.
level, does that mean if I'm, let's say I have 15 people under me, am
Mhm.
I collecting percentage from their
you're not
deposit?
collect you're not collecting from the people. That's the main difference between MLM and Drip Network. You're not getting reward from the people in your team. You're getting the reward from the tax pool. Like I said,
Oh,
like I said, every time you claim, you get hit with a 10% tax that
yeah.
goes to the protocol. Okay. Every time you sell, you get hit with a 10% tax that goes to the protocol. Every time you hydrate, that means compound, you get hit by the 5% tax that goes where? To the protocol. When you have a team from the 5% tax, um, you get hit from to hydrate to compound, that 5% tax goes to your upper line. And it doesn't go directly to your upper line, to the person right on top of you. The dev create a system called a round robin. So it's like um, how can I explain it? It's like you don't always have the reward coming from under. Somebody else on top of you can have it. So it's like a lottery. It's like a lottery. So you don't
Oh, I
have
see.
all the ways, all the time the reward. Some people can have it, some people cannot have it, and you don't have it necessarily every day. It depends on the last person that got it. That person can receive the reward, and then after that, it will be somebody else. So everybody in the team benefits from that, and you're not making the money from the reward from the people under you. Like I said, it's
I
the
see.
money that was supposed to go in the tax pool that get distributed
With the
to the
team.
team.
Okay.
Exactly. And to get that reward, you must have another token in your wallet. And that token is called BR34P. And you must have enough BR34P to get the rewards.
So,
And another thing on top of, yeah,
so let me ask you
I'll
this:
get,
if someone, let's say for example, I have be that's a long name, man.
you can call it BRIP. Let's call it BRIP token.
All right, so
Okay.
let's if let's say I have Brip, and then people in my team do not have Brip. So does that mean they don't get the reward for the hydrates, and then I get it?
Well, the people that is a team leader, so that means I'm a team leader. That means I give my body address to people, and those people get to my team on a certain level, and I can receive a reward from them. To receive reward from them, I have to hold at least two BRIP token. If I don't have two BRIP token, those rewards doesn't go to me. It goes to the person that is over me, not one person over me, but all the people over
Yeah,
me. So I never
man. That
receive, I never receive that reward, never, until I
that,
have two drip token. And there's another feature, because drip network um, like to give rewards to people that compound often. So if you keep
oh, okay.
claiming, so at a point, or when you claim way more than you've been compounding, more than the money you've put in, so that means you're just at this point getting money from the liquidity pool.
Yeah, they
You
get
have
you
what we
everywhere.
call
Yeah.
you got what we call um how you call that, you get net negative, you call it. So let me share my screen.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
You can put it
yeah,
to. Yeah, that's what I was asking.
yeah.
See.
So you see myself, I'm a bad example. Okay. I'm a bad example. I don't receive any rewards from my team because I'm net negative. So that means I have been claiming more than I have in my deposit. So I have 427 drip in my deposit, but I've been claiming a lot lately. That's because the market has been crashing for a few months. So I'm taking that money to invest elsewhere. So I've been claiming about two times more than I have in deposit. So I'm net negative. So even if I have BREP token, I don't receive any rewards from my teammates.
Mhm.
But if I have been net positive, so my deposit here would have been higher than my claim, then I could receive some rewards from my team time to time, according to the round robin system. So you
Okay.
see, everybody um, has the same opportunity to create uh, a team to receive reward, and you don't have to create a team to make thousands of dollars a day from drip network. As long as you compound, you compound long enough, you can have a lot of money coming every day from drip. You don't have to create a team. MLM, you don't make money if you don't have a team. If you don't have nobody under you, you don't really make money. The main money comes from the pocket of those people that enter the MLM and create a liquidity for the people over. Drip doesn't work the same way. The liquidity pool is created by the tax and by the deposit each person make, not by the team itself. You get reward from the tax as well, not from the team.
Okay, okay. But man, thank you for explaining that. I didn't know there's a couple things I didn't know. I didn't know about the 15 level. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
man, there is a lot that you said that resemble the MLM structure. But I know I like the fact that you can still make the money without having to refer it seems. But hey, it also means that hey, if you're not doing it right, some people can make more money from you. But if you are making the 1% and that's all you care about, and at the end of the day that's what's going to count, give you the good compound, then yeah, I think my and that's pretty much all the questions I had. I don't know, guys, if you had any more questions, let me know in the chat. But to wrap it up, I would say it sounds interesting. I like the DeFi aspect of it. I definitely would, if they have the insurance and they're serious about that, I'm sold right then and there. Like if they have the insurance, man, and it makes so much sense to have the insurance because people are going to worry because it looks a lot like MLM, man. Trust me, I've been in many MLM to know that. Even when you say you need two grip to collect profit, it's kind of saying you need a leg on the left side, a leg on the right side. Like it comes the same thing. And the product, you always need a product in MLM. The product here is the initial investment, right? Because once you put that initial investment, it is locked. You can't get it out. So that's the
Yep.
product. So that becomes the product that MLM would sell you a wallet or toothpaste and all that. Uh, but
Well, you
it looks
can
a lot like that. But
well
if
you
they
can
could have
argue
the
any
insurance,
farming is a MLM.
sorry, what?
You can argue that any farming staking is a MLM
Not really,
because the
because
liquidity
I'm not
pool
making the
comes from
money.
people that invest.
No, 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 not true. Because I'm not. There is no referral incentive,
Well,
right?
there's a referral incentive on Binance, right?
I mean,
There's a referral incentive on ShakePay, right?
yeah, but that's not DeFi, man. DeFi, like we're
Well,
talking about like Uniswap, we're talking
it's not
about like
DeFi, but
PancakeSwap.
it's the same referral program you put in DeFi.
No, but what
So
I'm
you
saying
can,
is, I agree with this is called affiliate marketing, right? What
yeah,
ShakePay is doing and what Binance is doing is exactly what affiliate marketing is. Affiliate marketing, I have no problem with it, right? But once you start getting in multiple layers, you need to meet some conditions. Okay, okay, okay. I'm listening, right? I mean, again, I've been in MLM for a while, so I know. But if they could have the insurance, I think that's the one thing for me that would really, if they have the insurance, I'm comfortable putting 10K. Right, and right now I'm just to try it out. I'm okay 1K, but it's a 1K that I know I'm losing. Like if it works fine, if it works well, it's well. But if not, it's just like okay, I'm losing
well,
1K, and here we go. But
usually I would say not financial advice,
yeah,
but really I could almost I could almost say financial advice. Definitely you're not losing that 1,000 man, that $1,000.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I
There's
do
not
see
enough
where how you
time.
can get it. You can get that back over time, especially as
Yeah,
it builds with the hydrate. Yeah, if you
definitely.
focus only on the 1%, it could work. But I
Mhm.
don't know, man. I'm kind of disappointed to hear that it's so similar to MLM. But if they have the insurance, man, if they, but I'll tell you the two things I like. I like the future projects of be able to do something with the platform like
Liquidity.
lending, right?
Yeah.
Taking that money and
Borrowing.
lending, like these are like basically DeFi things that we can use, right?
Yep.
That's perfect. And then other projects on top of the drip network that
Yep.
can
That bring
use,
liquidity.
yeah, that can bring more value to drip. I like that. And the insurance has to be the number one thing because
The main
there is
feature.
that's a foreign concept in DeFi. This
Yeah.
is the one problem that DeFi has that if you could solve that, then man, we're deep. Drip might be 1,000 at some point, because if you could
Definitely,
solve,
it's going there.
yeah, no, but because if you could solve the insurance part, because what the difference between centralized and decentralized
Mm,
platform is, the centralized platform, you have some level of insurance, right? Like
mm,
Gemini, for
yeah,
example,
it's safer.
literally
Yeah,
have custodial insurance for holding cryptocurrencies, right? So
yeah,
if you could offer some level of that on the on the DeFi network, that
yeah,
is huge. That is huge. And for that alone, I'm interested. So,
yep.
but I'll have to wait and see how the team goes. But that's a huge potential right there. Just the insurance alone.
Mm,
Hey, man,
yeah,
thank you. Is
definitely.
there any last words that you have for anyone that might be interested in this, or is there any last words? And I know I put your body address below. And
Yeah, thank you.
I noticed that on the website it says 25 and you had 18. Is there a limit of how many people you can add?
No, that's the number of people that are on my team right now. I have a total of 25, 25 person. Like I said, there's no limit. You have up to 15 levels, but there's no limit.
Okay,
You can
okay.
have thousands of people in one level, thousands of people in another level. There's no limit actually.
And very quickly,
So
how do I
yeah.
use the drip body address to sign up? Like, what is it going to ask me this as I create a faucet? Like,
Yeah, it will going to ask this in the faucet before you can buy drip and put in the faucet. They will ask you to put a body address. So the body address is simply the wallet address on Binance Smart Chain of the people that is referring you to drip.
okay, okay, understood. All
Yeah.
right, all right. So, I mean, if we say anyone is interested, so which website do you go to go sign up?
Well, you go to drip.community. So I will copy paste the
Yeah,
website to you so you can share it with the community here.
yeah.
Here we
So,
go. So I send it to you to the private chat.
all right, all right, all right. So I'll put that on the stream here. If anyone wants to join in, go ahead. Me, to be honest, I mentioned that couple times in my stream. I'm doing some in business investments right now. For but At some point, I'll put some money in, and actually I have to factor that in with my tax strategy that I'm building, also, because now with my cryptocurrencies and my tax strategies, I may have to sell a huge chunk and we buy it back. So I got to figure out the best timing to do all that. But right now I'll start collecting at least drip, not necessarily put it on the faucet,
Mm,
because once you put it on the faucet, then it's going to be a tax nightmare for me if I have to sell everything at the
yeah.
end of the year.
Mm.
But I'll start that on a new country, man. And once I do, a country with 0% tax, man, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, you could go at Dubai, something like that.
Because I told you I bought a land on Cayman Island, right?
Yeah,
In
that's
Cayman
great
Island,
move.
and then
That's a great
now
move.
I'm looking into Dubai and Portugal. These
That's
two
it.
countries, they're very tax friendly when it comes to cryptocurrencies, and
Yeah,
it's a much easier to set up than you think.
yeah.
That's what the guy is going to bring to tell us as knowledge, guys. And next week I'm planning this interview. So if you want to know how to save tax legally, drop your tax all the way to 0% legally. I'm having
Mm,
someone who's going to give some knowledge about that on how he can set. Yeah, basically, that's his business. His business is to help people in North America set up businesses abroad to avoid, basically legally avoid paying taxes. So I'm very interested in this, but because of that, I have to factor now my future investments in crypto and limit that in a way, because one of the things I'll need to do as Canadian is to renounce my residency in Canada, and basically
oh,
renounce my. I'm still a Canadian though. I still have a passport, but I'm just don't have any homes. Like I don't have I don't have basically a house anymore, which is fine with me, man. I wanna get away from these. I see the jabs are being enforced and all that. So I want to get away from all that, but yeah, that's what I'm currently working on right now. But I'm very interested in this project too, and this insurance we're talking about. That I know that's going to be huge in a decentralized finance niche, because that's something we don't have right now. Um, so with that said, guys, thank you very much. The links is on the description. The link is on the chat if you want to join. I thank you, Mackie, for answering our questions. Drop a
Yeah,
lot of
my
knowledge.
pleasure. Thanks for having me, man.
And you can also reach out to Mackie on a Discord. Join Discord just at Mackie, and then you can ask him any questions you want. And you
Yeah.
also have a YouTube, a Facebook group, right?
Yeah,
On
sure.
the Drip Community Facebook group.
Yeah, Drip Network New Generation. I can send you the link if you want to put it in your description so people can come there, ask more questions, talk with me. I'm always available.
Yeah, yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'm a member there too. So Drip Network New Generation. Perfect. No worries. I'll add that on the description. But thank you very much. Thank you very much for the I'll even add that here on the chat while we're here. If you guys want to join to ask more questions, no worries. But yeah, you can also, if you're already on the Discord, you can reach out to Mikey as well. But here's the link, as you can show some support. And but thank you very much, Mikey. And we'll go
No
from
problem,
there.
man.
So
Has
if
been
you
a
guys are watching
pleasure.
in replay, I'll keep this 24 hours up, and after we'll put it in. But I'll send you the link for of this YouTube stream so you could share it in your group or anywhere you want, Mikey.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys, we'll see you on the next stream.
All
Boss,
right.
yeah. JC, bring that fire. Mentally taking you higher. Get the cash flow that you desire. Building that wealth, I should call you sire. You about to run it, I know it. We steady growing, this is the moment. You gotta subscribe, cause you don't wanna miss it. Wealth engineering, it's time to get it. Wealth engineering. Stacking and stacking it up. It's time to generate wealth. Till you living like Scrooge McDuck. Hey, wealth engineering. It's time to show you the game. Till you living like Richie Rich. Till you ballin' like Bruce Wayne. Hey.